subscribe for more videos.
Welcome back, everybody, to some more EU4 as the Kongo. We're at episode 62, and it's 1651. Chugging along here with our goal to take all of Africa. Well, that's the plan anyways. So, we've been pushing on the Horn of Africa finally, as well as in West Africa. We've been gobbling up some stuff. We still do have a number of European incursions, including a fairly large one up in Portugal, as well as a few Spanish in the north and a few Spanish in the south. We have the English colonies on the west coast, and we have a few islands that we'll also need to deal with, as well as some Mamluks in the north, and Mamluks spread out on a few other spots. So, we have, let's see, we have our 8 merchants. We have only one available colonist. Look at that. Let's go ahead and just keep the colonizing going. It doesn't really matter to me which ones, just keep doing it. They'll eventually run out of places to colonize. We are in the age of absolutism, and we have just recently received the new information about an institution called manufactories. So we are, it spawned in Sus, which is great for us because that means we get more production on the continent that it was from. So we are in the continent it's from, hold on. Subcontinents or continent? I think it says continent, so I think we get bonuses for that institution spread down here. Let's see, we have nothing here. Where do we have it? This over here, manufactories. This one apparently gets 12%. Why is that? Because they're making they have a farm estate there. I didn't put it there, did I? They have a farm estate there, which gives a farm estate is on the same continent as manufactories origin. Good. So that's the scale to the development of the province will increase. The total development increases. Okay, so that's a really tiny province with very little stuff. So that's happening there. What about you guys? Nothing here. We gotta have some up here. There we go. You have one at 0.8 you're getting off of that. With the multipliers, it's 1.46% per month. So we shouldn't have too much problems getting manufactories up and running. We are also not ahead of time on tech. We're behind time on tech, and we haven't even reached 20. And 20 doesn't have a penalty for the manufactories. Oftentimes I like to have it already. You know, by the time you get to a new institution, I prefer to be waiting for the institution, but we're not anywhere near there because we've spent so much time on so much development and such. So we'll see. We got some issues up here. We got the ships over here. Let's see, the galleons and I guess they're called merchantmen now. Yeah, galleons and merchantmen that are snoozing there now. And our frigates have been upgraded and they're being set off to repair. Once they're repaired, they'll be automatically go back to their work out in Malacca. On the west side of things, we have a bit of anti-rebellion action going on and a bit of training going on up in the north. Rebellion-wise, we are sitting with the air. Okay, we've got one wherever this is. Where was that guy? That over here? Wasn't really noticing the name. Yeah, no. That one's here. Mogadishu. I don't know where this Banjari in Katapang. Where is Katapang? Not seeing it. So, oh, what? That is the Songhai separatists. They're not going to be an issue. So this is 17 years, 10.1 years. That one possibly will spark. If I could find out where it is, that would be lovely. I don't recognize it, but it might be. Where is that? Okay, let's look it up. Katapang. It actually sounds like it's over this way. Katapang. Right here. Boom. We are. There's Katapang. Okay, now what is your issue? Seriously, what's your issue? Suppress minorities. What's with suppress minorities? What is that event even? Press minorities until for 3 more years. Oh, it was an event. Okay. Yeah, so they just got a negative, big negative event. So our fleets are doing well. Gain CBs against Songhai, Adel, the whole provinces we have claims on. Why did you tell me that just now? Did I just claim a bunch of stuff? Maybe I did. And we have a new government reform. Finally here. Excellent. Down, 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 down. Okay, we have the available guiding principles of administration. So we can't do principles of enlightenment, which would be great for the separatism. That would stop the rebellion uprisings for sure. Administrative possible policies. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, possible policies just adds one at the end. It's not free, but it's diplomatic possible policies, military possible policies, or military principle. Winning wars grants Republican tradition. Separate pieces do not count. Republican tradition. Oh, yearly Republican tradition minus 0.5. Separatism down, max absolutism up. Huh. That's interesting. So, if you win a war every 10 years, this balances out. If you win a war more than every 10 years, it doesn't. Interesting. I'm not sure which one I would want here. They're literally just an additional policy or this. I mean, I think we got to go with this one. However, we are getting close to the... Well, we're going to have multiple Songhai wars. The cycle is pretty consistent. We're going to go back to war with Adel. We're going to go back to war with Mogadishu. We'll have 3 or 4 wars with Songhai. We'll actually be at war with Tunis and Morocco at separate points. I mean, it's viable. It's a weird one, but okay. As long as we win wars, we'll boost our military Republican tradition. Probably if there's a lot of small wars to do, like for instance, if we would get involved in some small shooting wars in the Spice Islands, that might be a thing. Ooh, these guys have taken the lands. Dang, man. You've got it. You got it wrapped up. Our ships aren't here yet, so most of our trade power will come from that. Yeah, we could definitely boost trade heavily if we went over there. But that's only sort of a when things are dulled down over here, because I do want to keep pushing the envelope here. All right, so let's keep letting the envelope actually progress some by continuing progression, by actually letting the clock move. Get this guy down to the capital. We got one up there. We got one coming in from here, and we got the 2 on these. Good. Now, you're still black flag. That's great. We do have some loans. Military leaders left us. That kind of sucks. We're running through military leaders like crazy. 0 in fire, but 3 in shock, 2 and 3. He's a siege master, that's for sure. All right, well, we'll get him down south, and we'll get him training. We should probably have... We do have leaders. No, we don't. We don't have a leader here. Let's do that. Let's put the general or the commander in here and get this training. 3 years in the Mogadishu separatists. That's fine. We'll get them drilling again. All right. And 390 in the bank. We're making 75. 72, sorry. 72 it is. We also have a bunch of inflation. Jeepers, that's high. Yep, that's a lot. We do have ideas that can help bring this down. Or do we? Hold on. No. Over here? No, we didn't. We did that. Oh, we had the interest per annum. That's what it was I was looking at. And then we have inflation reduction from loans. We also have the inflation reduction standard. So if we have Master of the Mint on here, then we've got an advantage to that if we do that, because then we double dip. But we are still blasting through an insane amount of inflation from a lot of things. We do gain inflation just by having the gold, which is a 0.3, 0.4 from gold. And then, so we're only dropping 0.6, 0.5-ish a year. Military access from Morocco. Truce Songhai has ended. Oh, okay. Excellent. Songhai, you have alliance with Algiers and Mazab. Algiers and Mazab. Okay, so if we go after Songhai, which we definitely will be doing, we're going to go ahead and grab the friends from over there. This army, we're going to grab the friends from there. Nope, from there. And you are here. You're going to stop your drilling. You guys are going to come up this way, and you guys are going to come over this way. All right. They're still stuck as Liberty. Yep. We have military power of 20. We're going to totally go with that. We're going to activate our new units. We have two options for the artillery now. We have the howitzer with a bigger fire focus and even on the morale. The swivel cannon, I think we'll go with howitzer. Fine by me. Military access to, yes. Well, that was dumb. That's fine. So what does Songhai have as far as military here? I think these are a lot of reconquests. Wow, that's great. This one, go there. We could bring Great Britain in, but that would be silly. Definitely do not need to. I'll give it a few months. Fourth Army stopped drilling. Third Army stopped drilling. Good. They just lost their leaders. That's why they stopped. We could bring in new leaders, but we don't have the military points for it. It's kind of annoying. Costs a lot when they keep dying off like that. It's really, really annoying. Let's just go like here and try to grab another. At 26, we'll have that. Okay, we'll wait for that. Grab another claim there. That's not within the core territory of these guys, is there? Okay, no, it's right to Damagaram and Kawar. They can go a little bit that way. There's Songhai's Superman. 6, 5, 2, 1. Jeepers. You're crazy. Alright, let's bring him up at least this far. Actually, this far. No, actually, we'll bring you right up this way. And then what we're going to do is we're going to actually drop the other guys on the boat. So let's get the war galleons. Let them finish this month on land. Luba converted. And then we'll go here. You know what? Let's grab this army up here. Ethiopia's asking for cash. Sure, got lots of it, bud. And there's another one. They just seem to do this in like waves of 2 or 3 at a time. All right, you're going to go from here to... we have military access to Ethiopia. We could draw from there and walk across. That would probably be the easiest. 3 years to Mogadishu, 9 years there. Let's do that. Let's just go here. And then we'll bring the other one and do the same thing. Okay, yeah, he sailed around to the right spot. That's good. Although he could have actually just activated him from where he was. Flint, glass, and lead crystal. That is Brabant. Brabant gets a ton of money. Glass, new production. Oh, cool. Event. Cool event. And drop. Why are you not dropping there? This guy is going to do the same thing and sail right up there. You're going to come in here. You're going to come in here. Good. We don't want to spend on another military leader, or I don't anyways. Since I got the mouse in my hand, I guess I get to choose. Not always the right choice, but you know. Oh, did Songhai just get wrecked, or what's going on there? So if we go to war with these guys, when we go to war with these guys, what is our situation? So they got 12k infantry, 17 in horse, and 15 in artillery. And an epic leader. They literally have like one of the best leaders I've ever seen, and that counts the French bonus leaders. Spanish Louisiana is they threaten our trade. That's beautiful. That's just a beautiful thing to see. That's nuts, actually, but it's beautiful. All right, let's do that drop off. As soon as they get in there, we're probably able to go ahead already. No possible neighboring provinces for that. Well, you said this one is not in range. We'll go ahead and nope, we can't claim there. That's not us. That's Dow, whatever it is. We'll just fabricate a claim there. That's fine. Don't really care that much. Adele, you have another spot I can claim. Yo. Here we go. Both of those claimed now. We'll go up to there next. Just keep that one running as long as we can get more land from them. We can claim anything. We can claim all the way up this coast. We can claim in here as well. Just keep claiming territory. And now these guys should have some claims. No, they don't. But they can be fed stuff anyways. That's all right. All right. So, I think we're probably good to go. Let's go ahead and get this war started. We'll do it for this core province here, I guess. Not bring Britain in, but we will go smack around wherever we can, actually. Let's go to their capital directly. This way. This army is going to wait for his backup to come. It's actually going to sit there. Oh, they're tiny little small forts. Super easy to blitz through type small forts. See what happens here. This is all... Oh no, they got a fort here, level 4, a fort there, level 2. Capital is level 1, that's a level 2. So why don't you run up straight to that one? And you run to that one. We are not bringing in friends, but we will go ahead and teach the faith to neighbors. I guess I can go take care of this. Oh no, I can't. I have to go through the fort first. Alright, are you the guy with siege? You are the 3 siege leader. Waiting on one more shipment there. How's the rebels now? Whoa, what? How did you go to 6 in supposedly 3 years? Hold on. Hold on. That did not work out as intended. Yeah, you get back there. Jeepers. Okay. Siege of Yao is over. Wow, they just walked in and just done? I guess. Move over this way. 37% there. Do we even have enemies with units? We have no ships, and there's some shooting going on. Don't know where, but there is shooting going on. Military engineer has died. He was a cheap one. National manpower modifier is probably a good choice for level 1. Let's go ahead and re-roll this guy. Land force limit. This guy. We'll do national. We'll re-roll a bunch of them. See if we get any higher tech ones. Let's go here. Another one of those on. Then let me know when that changes. So these are going to actually go to Yao. There. Good. You can give that to Yao. This goes to 12. Oh, we got the free admin points there for inflation reduction. We'll go ahead and spend on that. 75 to reduce it by 2. We just got 50 for free, so let's go there. Let's do not another one. 7%, 14%. And we'll head, we gotta send somebody up to there. That is our fast siege guy. That's our fast siege guy, so don't do that. You go over there. This dude without a leader, I suppose, can get a leader. Nah, we don't need him to. You can head up this way to Algiers. Can you please head up this way to Algiers? Thank you. not likely to matter. It'll probably be dealt with before then. You should foster growth. Manufactories appear in Marig. Oh, manufactories. Yes, it has appeared in that province. So we've got it in another province. Good stuff. The institution is growing. Good. A few places. It is present somewhere. Probably not my turf. Not my local turf, anyways. I don't know. Where did we get it? I didn't see the name. So I'm just gonna ignore it. I think. Yeah. It is up these areas, but that's fine. Keep it up, guys. Money into the treasury or prestige. We'll take the 600 bucks, thank you. Let's see. What does it take to get the next expansion? Well, we were going to build an upgrade to the fortress here. We cannot do that in war. Is this true? Oh, no, we're actually still working on this one. So let that finish out during the war. Oh, man. Our super explorer guy left. Okay, you're going to go to this fleet. And the other fleet over here. No, it's still actually sitting parked here, is it? No, it must have moved recently. Where's the fleet? Alright, where's the other fleet? I just circled you like 4 times. Thought I did. You get the less awesome. Alright, and the third fleet is gonna... It's brought our guys already back. Good, and this is just here for those. So we'll park you here. And then we'll wait. You can keep repairing, I suppose. So where does Yao's names go, or cores go to? Right up to here. These two. Yao. Good. All of this does as well. Got all their cores there. That's great. Okay, then after that, we could give some to oil, but I don't know if that's worth it. Wish we could get air to have Liberty Desire. That'd be awesome. For tropical wood, Nagindo. The beater. Milan gains admin. Paper will now be produced there. For centuries, paper mills have relied on mechanical hammers to beat lumpen paper pulp. Crushing the fibers creates a raw material needed to then create paper. Using a local windmill for power, enterprising artisans in Albenga have now devised a more efficient solution. What they call a Milanese beater is a vat with a wind-powered horizontal roller with blades. These blades can shred as much pulp in an hour as the old hammers did in a day. Wow. Can you imagine those technological boosts in physical things and how ridiculously creative these people were. Alright, you keep going for the siege. We'll go over and take that fort next. Actually, let's get up there because I really do want to get a piece of that. We guess that that's where his troops are. What's left of him. Let's stop in Mazab. Air, province of Air is done. Let's head you up that way as well. Siege that down. The others are sieging everything else down. You can go over this way. Actually, is this their siege dude? Is this our siege dude? No. This is our siege dude. Okay. We'll head over here. Already at 50% to this. Some more fun out of that. Up to Algiers instead, because this is not going to matter. Oh, wait. Nope. Stop there. Interesting. What if we took a vassal up here? I mean, I know we keep overdoing the vassal thing, but what if we took a vassal up here? You guys have claim? Algeria. Neither of you have much for claims. So that would be just kind of a little tiny way to get a piece of the north, I suppose. But then Tunis is in with Tuscany. That would immediately allow us a target, wouldn't it? No, you don't have claims there. Algiers and Mazab. Neither of them have claims there. That's unfortunate. Okay, well done, Tunis. Well done. Good is done. You go over that way. Let's go a little further. Split you off. There. 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 Morocco is being sieged by Shanghai. Oh, no problem. Trade wars. Lose Diplo. Dang it. Oh, we're not going to catch you in that fort, are we? They just scatter. They just exploded out there. Tariffs on fur. We're not going to tax them anymore. Siege of Mazeb. This is still held. Oh, this is occupied by us already. Okay. Down here we go until we can find the high. That is not what I expected to be dealing with. We ended up in a defensive war in the mountains. That's gonna lose. You're gonna come back down here. Timbuktu, please. You're gonna chase down here. Yeah, he's got there's three. How did they all get back out and back in that quick? That was impressive. You're gonna come back down this way and fight them not in the friggin' that friggin' area. This is Algiers. Algiers would like out, huh? Great projects. And Madol and Mabanza Kongo. I mean, reform progress and institution spread are not, those aren't nothing. Just don't lead to spectacular, so I think we won't do that one right yet. Let's go split, there, there, split there, and the other guy can go there. You've got that. You drop down to join him again, and there. You did take a loss there. We'll see. You need the leader. Best one we've got would be this guy. And that's okay. Now, what are we doing against in this war? So let's bop out the other guys. Mazab, you're not able to pillage, so just war reps and cash. You may depart. Okay. That. Oh, and apparently this one. Where is this? Marais. Marais. That is. Oh, it's over here. And there's going to be an issue with that because why? Highly developed. Decently. Yeah, 26 is not nothing. Not a core. Not an accepted culture. And there's also devastation there. Major unrest there. We're still waiting on that guy to pop. It's at 80%. 1.1 years, it says. Okay. It's fine. Oh, crap. Because he left. No. How did you black flag him? How'd that happen? We're still at war with Algiers, and that's where he left from. Oh, Mazab had the access, and so I just cut it off. Probably what happened. Oh well, we have another diplomat, so get the next guy out of the shake and bake here. Ooh, oh my goodness, you're not anything. President Ill News, another military leader has left us. Man, it's hard to have good admirals around these parts. That's not a good admiral. I don't even want to have that guy sailing there. Wow, what a disaster the other boy was. He was like some, I don't know, first lieutenant that accidentally ended up going to the recruiting office and ended up in the wrong place. That is not who we want there. Alright. And that just cost us 100 Diplo for that. Bloody heck. Stop spending. Stupid Diplo points. All the points. I don't know what they're going to do here because Songhai owns a bunch of Morocco, which is weird to me. They don't think they can get over there to take that stuff. And apparently I can't get to them to destroy their dudes. I think this guy actually stops right here. Yes, he does. So let's stack friends on you. You got 93,000 manpower. It's 4,100 will arrive at the armies. That's not bad at all. That is the second army. Once he's done, he can head back over this side. So that means we've got full control all the way across to Ethiopia now. That's good. Okay. That's the timer to end things, and that is Songhai territory. You have friends? Why are you guys running still? Oh, you gotta go all the way home, huh? You come up and join them. And we're gonna see about bashing a Songhai unit or two. Oh my goodness. They keep breaking people off here. Oh, that's great. If we could take territory up here, that would be awesome, because I would put Sus back in as a vassal. Roll here. Okay, you pop that. You go join him. You come in here. You guys are cleaned up. You'll head over to the east. Now, we don't have a very large Diplo growth here, but we do have 5 vassals right now. I think we start with these 3. If we could get all 3 of them being taken apart at the same time, that'd be pretty awesome. 2,900 bucks. That's nuts. Let's see. We are almost able to do the Timbuktu's next build. April 26th. We are like weeks away from the completion. That will mean tech cost down by 5%. There it is. Tech cost 5%. Institution spread 30, up from 15, and pastors equilibrium 10, up from 5, plus the 5% tech, as we said. Now everything's getting a little cheaper. What do we want to see? Sure. You there, you go there. You guys moving over to the east. Just waiting to smack on some of these. There we go. That sparked nicely. Excellent. Now where's the next rebellion situation? Non-existent, basically. 8.9 years in Hermes. That's Fulani separatists. Hermes up here. Okay. Okay. I'd like to hit the Songhai forces, but it's really not necessary. So, we have just them now. Alright. Where is their capital? Over here, huh? I don't want them to give up any claims. I do want them to return cores. that. Why do we not have the others? Oh, there we go. Somehow we were zoomed down way down the bottom. Okay, so that gives overextension. No, that's aggressive expansion, 12.7. So it's super easy to do. No overextension on that. Takes 15 prestige out of them. That's only 47% to the war score. Released nations. Mali? Mali. No, I don't really need them to release a nation. Although, if we release them, those are separate wars. We could release Joffel. We could release Kong. We could release Mali. Segu. Timbuktu. Yes. Yatanga. So we could actually release all those independents, and that would give us a whole bunch of little guys that we could attack, or that Songhai would attack. But, I mean, we'll see how that works. If we did that, and we just, like, top the rest up with cash, I like that. As a very successful war, Yao is now as big as it needs to be. So that's now 4 vassals along here that are nicely expanded upon. You're going to come over here to unify those. You're going to keep running east over here till you get to Yao's land. Probably this way. These guys are black flagged and they will have to... You're going to run this way. Round to here. Because why not? Do we do that? No. It would give me some interesting vision. Tunis. Oh, I didn't take enough to get next to Tunis. That was dumb. Although, you know, there is a lot of options here. So, for instance, Timbuktu, we now have independence guaranteed. So, if we were to declare war, it says breaking a truce. We're guaranteeing them. If we cancel the guarantee, Kong till 69. So all of those are long time truces. Pretender rebels, really? Okay. That's fine, I guess. No, we'll actually keep this guy going this way. So all those become independents, all guaranteed by us, not costing us any Diplo levels to have them, but we'll be able to snipe at them later as independent wars. Since we've got that Republican tradition boost by finishing wars, that will allow me to pick a leader. Probably not this guy, although possible advisors is nice, but no, not this guy. We're going to replace... Oh, yes. Yes, national manpower. We got a 2 for discipline. Now, is this guy Malagasy and reformed? Isn't Malagasy one of our accepted? Malagasy is one of our accepted cultures. If we get the Malagasy reformed guy that is a national manpower modifier, put you in, and then I can boost you with some cash bumps. You're now a 3. Cash wise, we're at 51 bucks. And is that even? Do we even have our ships active right now? Not these 3. These 3 need to go here, and then tech trade in the Ivory Coast with their friends. We could seize land, but we're not ready for that yet. Oh yes, we needed to have province over here. That one. Get an admin point. That's nice. That helps the clergy. Actually, that puts us very close. A couple months from being able to seize land. And I love that. I really love that. Okay. 32,000. They just double dipped on that. Jeepers, dudes. Okay, fine. You're going to turn around and come back down this way. You guys are going to finish moving in there. You'll group up and you'll smash those guys. And these are basically our protectorates now. Right? We're just going to keep them until we want to off them. I'm not sure about going all the way around. I don't know. Is there any purpose in doing that, really? We are going to be in a war against Adele again, but when? 59 in 5 years. You might as well. Go for the run, buddy. Go for the run. It's a good coastline roadside jog going for there. Alright, these guys probably should be relatively easy for us to bop as is, but let's say we grab our friends, we go down here, we grab this guy, and you can have that guy. He's the CG fellow. You get to have the other guy. Sure. These guys are just going to move down this way. More Catholics, so we can farm prestige off of. Mali is requesting military access. Sure. Not gonna matter, Mali. Oh, I like that little move. I didn't think of it before, but I really like it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potential targets that we can take separately. 6 potential targets we can take separately outside of the Songhai cycle. So right now, Songhai is on a big 15-year. I mean, these guys all are as well, as far as I can tell. But, so if we take, let's say, Kong, or let's say Joffel. If we refuse, it wouldn't take much to annex these guys independently. Right? To vassalize and annex these guys would take almost nothing. Oh no, we have core provinces probably on old. Never mind. So these guys I want to revoke guarantee. Now, what does that do to the truce? Nothing, because that was from the war. Okay. They're separated out with that war, that truce. Got it. Okay. That's in the hills. We can. Oh, we can't go into Mali. I'm going to go ahead and say, give me access here temporarily. You. And, so help you here first. Welcome back. More conversions. Wait, what? Oh, we won. Good. Okay. Thought for a second there we stepped in and just auto lost that battle. That'd be pitiful. Oh, okay. They just switched. No, somebody else spawned into them. Jeepers. Dudes, you have some serious bloodbath going on over there. Another 16k just popped. What is going on? That's 4 stacks now. Just endless bloodbath. They're killing themselves off. You go take that out, and you come back up here. That's nutty. Military access to Tunis. Tunis, what are you doing? You're at war with Songhai. And the Tunisian conquest of Turin. Where is that province? Turin. Oh yeah, you're going after him, are you? That's good. Get down this way. I would like Nupe to be our first target, I think, of the annexation. Because... Now, I'm not sure on the timing on these. As long as we've started the annexing. Suppose Yao can stay there. It's full. Like, all 4 of them are done. But we're not going to have them all running, being annexed at the same time. We could do 3, I suppose. What's it take to claim another one? 26. 23. We could start claiming turf up here. Wherever we're able to. There. There. Sure. We need some more. I'm just going to keep claiming. Might as well have the guy working to reduce our issues here. So let's go smack down what's left of that insane bloodbath. Police the scenario here. That's crazy. Alright, back up here. Mali, I don't want military access anymore. I could ask them all to transfer trade power. Let's do that. Let's tell these guys to... If I do transfer trade power, does that take a Diplo relation? I don't think so. Does not. No diplomat sent. Need a few days. Kong, transfer trade power, please. Nice. Oh yes, well, on the flagship, he gained his 6th maneuver. That's crazy good. Like that. Right, you guys, you transfer trade power. Have somebody able to do that. Let's go ahead and do that one. This is another one. How about you? Just get those transferring for a few years. Once the diplomat is free, he is now. Good. All right, there we go. So there's no way that Tunis doesn't take that outright. Take what they want from there, which hopefully will be enough to bring them down this way. Well, we can attack Air, who is the vassal, right? So I could start fabricating claims on him. Oh, we don't have anybody to do that yet. Hold on. Build a spy network here. Oh, sorry. No, I'd have to build a spy network in Tunis. Then use that to claim... Oh my goodness, we went 47 minutes. That was not supposed to happen. All right. Well, we'll leave it there, but we're going to do... probably we can do some land claim here. Yeah, I'll leave that for the next episode. We'll be able to do that. We have 3,200 bucks in hand right now. We can go ahead and upgrade this when? How do we upgrade this? It's 5,205. Do that. That's not a problem at all. We're making mint. 50 bucks, 75 bucks a day. 75 bucks a day. That's crazy. Our trade is at 132. So yeah, we'll get more land seizure happening there. We'll get more control here. Once we hit 50, that'll be great. Let's actually do that right now, so don't forget. We're at 48.739. As we conquer more, and as we core more, and as we do stuff like that, we get access to more of it. More of the control. You're just waiting for any rebellion issues over this way. I don't think we're going to get any. Mogadishu's truce with us ends in 63. January of 63. We get 8 years on them. Adel is 59. We got 4 years on them. We don't have one with Tunis, and all the rest of these is like a full 15 year or whatever. Yes. Now, unfortunately, I don't think there's any way to provoke like Algiers into war. If he were to attack one of those, they're protected now, which means they wouldn't be able to touch them. Nobody else can touch them because there's no direct land unless like Portugal goes in on one of them. Okay, so the next thing to do then is to get the annexations started. I think we'll stop the guy in Shanghai and we'll look to beginning annexations. We could do 4, but that would require a new fellow. I think we'll do 3 of them. We'll do the Ouagadougou, Oyo, and Nupe ones. And that will bring in a whole bunch of old land here by Diplo points alone. expensive. We are behind on. We haven't done the Diplo ideas. Last 4 or 3 here, and we're way behind on Diplo Tech as well. In fact, we're at 18 on admin, so we have to bump the admin before we go. Oh, look at that. There we go. Manufactories is costing us. Oh, level 20 is ahead of time? Okay. The getting level 21 would cost us a bunch extra because of the 6 years. So we're not that far behind. But I want to get 18 to admin up to 19 for sure. This was 21 was done in 1651. So 4 years ago, somebody got 20 years ahead of time, basically. 21 was in 1650. This 21 was in 1643. 12 years ago, somebody got level 21 in military. We are way behind. And that'll be like all these guys running crazy high. I don't know who's going to be running the 21, but like Tuscany again or something crazy, stupid like that. What's your tech level, Tuscany? They're allied to Tunis, which is amusing. Yeah, they have admin and Diplo at 21. Sheesh. We could also still consider the idea of allying into the Ottomans. If we were to do that and we can get in there before some crazy shattering happens, I think that'll balance things quite well. But the downside is once we do that, we're losing an extra point. We're losing an extra Diplo power right through there. So we're not too long on keeping Ethiopia as a friend. I do want to bring the Ottomans in, but if the Ottomans and Ethiopia, we'll have them, and then we'll go after the Mamluks and their friends, and that shouldn't be an issue at all. Other than that, we got the annexations to run next time, and wait on the truces over here, and wait, and I think Adele's truce is the next one to pass. Yeah, Adele's truce is probably next. We'll see what happens with the Tunisian conquest of northeast. Well, Tenir is what they're going after. So, see how that pans out. Thanks everybody for joining me. More pretty colors back over here. See you in game.